Stop spamming lists. Today I'm going to be showing you some alternatives to stop doing this every time I need to, or every time you need to store a group of similar items. Well, why shouldn't we use a list of T all the time? Okay, it's a list that can grow or shrink when we need. Well, when you use a list like I have done here, okay, you have to consider things in the background, like the memory usage. This list has an internal array, so when the size of this list grows beyond the array capacity, a bigger array needs to be allocated, and that data that was stored in the original array needs to be copied over to the new array. That's going to cost you some time and memory. Then the fact it's not thread safe and there's no uniqueness, meaning I can obviously duplicate entries into this list, so I can have two Nissans here, which these are the list of my favorite cars, by the way. Well, that could be a good thing, depending on your use case, of course. Plus, there may be some additional charges when I'm using this list for insertion or lookups. Now, something people don't do when they use lists, of course. I know I have 6 favorite cars, and these are just 4 of them. Okay, so I only need capacity for 6 cars. Okay, so what I can do is something like this. I can just put the capacity here, which is obviously 6 here, and then this could be better because it would reduce the memory cost as it avoids unnecessary resizing. Okay, enough about that. Let's see what's better than this. Okay, so first up we have the array. Okay, the fixed size array. Okay, so let me show you the alternative. Well, let me show you the alternative of doing this with an array. So let's replace this with string cars. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, and obviously I've stored all my favorite cars in that array. Okay, but why should I use this over my favorite list of T? Okay, well, it's strongly typed, first of all, meaning you can store similar types as my example above shows. We're obviously storing strings here, but this rule leads to more advantages. Okay, performance will be better because we avoid boxing and unboxing. Okay, and it reduces the time. It reduces the runtime errors of type mismatch, and this can be picked up at compile time. Okay, great, but there's actually more. Okay, if I know the exact size of my array, I need then the fixed size feature is also a benefit as it minimizes the memory wastage. Okay, so if I can fix size this array, then I know that I'm not going to be allocating memory that isn't going to be used. Okay, and an array also doesn't bother with all that, so it's not. Oh yeah, actually, sorry. Finally, unlike linked lists that need to point out the next element, an array doesn't bother with all that, so it's not as expensive as those collections. So there's obviously a save in there too. But what's the catch with using these arrays? Okay, well, when we create your arrays, the elements are initialized to the default. So objects are null and integers are 0, so watch out for that. So if you just create an empty array, it's going to do that. Okay, you can't resize the array, so if you don't know the size up front, then you're probably better off spamming the list of T as usual. And watch out for those index out of range exceptions, because you can also get that when using the array. Cool. So what's up next? Okay, we've got the dictionary. Okay, so the dictionary is a collection of key value pairs in no particular order. So let me pull one up with my favorite car list in them. Okay, so we've got that here. Let's stick that in here like that. Cool. I need to replace that here because I'm not doing a numbers game anymore. I'm adding cars to my dictionary. What's missing here? There we go. Cool. Fixed that. Okay, so I must provide a key, and I don't necessarily need this right now. So that's a bit of a gotcha there. Okay. Well, that's an expense I have to pay, which leads to more memory use. Okay. This isn't ideal. Okay. Also, there isn't fixed size in here as there was with my array, and I could implement with my list of T as well. This means if I go over the allocated capacity, more memory will be allocated that I may not even use up. So there's memory wastage potential here. Okay, the keys will need rehashing and a potential performance hit. Okay, plus I'm not guaranteed an order based on my insertion. So these are a bit of a few drawbacks for using the dictionary. I may need to use other alternatives like an ordered dictionary. If I try to retrieve something with a key that doesn't exist also, I will get a key not found exception. I also can't use the key that I've already used before, so I can't stick another 2 in here if I wanted another 2 as a key. Okay, that is too much negatives. Okay, so maybe I need my list of T back. Okay, right. Well, not if you're working with a large data set and you require fast lookups. If you do, then dictionary might be a good option for that, because it's better for that. Okay, I can't see any others myself as positives for using the dictionary above the list, apart from that large data set fast lookup positive. But if you do have any other positives for using a dictionary over a list of T, please comment in the chat, because I would like to know. Okay, finally, well, actually no, let's look at something else next. Okay, the hash set. So let's stick in a hash set using my favorite cars. Okay, so this is how we create the hash set, and then let's stick our cars in. Okay, my favorite cars, of course. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So this is an unordered collection of unique elements. Okay. So this is generic, like my list of T, but it has a hash table, so there's some overhead to consider. Okay. When the memory allocation is over capacity, there's some dynamic resizing here too as well, guys. Okay, not all memory slots will be filled either, so there's some memory wastage when using this as well. I can't add duplicate values. They have to be unique, which means you can't store more than one null either. Or I can't do I'm sure if I try and do this, that's not going to work, and that's going to throw up an error, I believe. Let's have a look. Let's run the application. What happened there? Okay, nothing happened, so I can do that. Didn't think that I could. Let me just do a for each, actually, for each, and see if I can do that. CW. Alright, let's call this items, and let's print that to the console. Yeah. Okay, so I can't do that. It's not going to give me any errors, but obviously it will only print out one of the values. I knew I wasn't going crazy there. Cool. Okay, so right, where was I? Okay, so yeah. So well, why the hell would we obviously want to use this? It looks like it's got the most negatives as well, probably more than the dictionary. Okay, well, if we want to ensure uniqueness of our items, then this is the one, particularly if we have frequent transactions like add, delete, and lookups. But other than that, my concern would be when I come to using custom objects and minimizing collisions. Okay, this sounds like too much work. Okay, we need to keep looking for more alternatives to the list of T, but we've obviously run out of time. So please look out for part 2 of finding the alternatives to just using a list of T. Have a great day.